I know self-publishing can be extremely time-consuming, as well as quickly go through that budget. So I've teamed up with my friends over at Fiverr, and we're giving away $500 to help lower your out-of-pocket costs when self-publishing books. More on that in a minute. For those of you who don't know what Fiverr is, it's a marketplace full of freelancers that offer what they call gigs to help take some of the time-consuming work off of your shoulders. And their gigs start as low as, well, you guessed it, $5. Now, one of the biggest reasons I've heard people say that they choose not to outsource some of the work with self-publishing books is the price. So if that sounds like you, stick around because I'm going to share with you how we're giving away $500 that you can use to take some of that work and stress off your shoulders. But first, let me show you real quick the wide range of gigs Fiverr has to offer to help self-publishing books. You can head on over to kwheelerbooks.com/Fiverr Store and follow along. Well, here we are on Fiverr, and this is what I like to call the self-publishing author, their store, the author store, because everything in here is tailor-made for self-publishing and for being an author. And so you don't have all the distractions of all the other, gigs that they have out there, which they have a lot. So this is just focused on being an author. So the first thing is writing a book. You can get ghostwriters. And as you can see, it's broken down into fiction, nonfiction, short stories. And you can click inside there and you can see all the different gigs, depending on what type of book, wellness, children's book, business, fantasy, all of that. And each of these is an individual gig that a freelancer is offering. And if you're not familiar with Fiverr, basically, I'm going to show you real quick what you can expect. So when you go on this main page, it's going to show you the level that they are, and if you hover over it, it says they've met high performance criteria and have a proven track record for meeting client expectations. This one happens to be an ad, but this is the gig. I will ghostwrite engaging children's book story series. The minimum price of the gig, their average star review, and how many reviews they have. So this one has 2 reviews. This person has over 1,000 reviews with a 4.9 average, and so on. So you can see a wide range of prices. This person starting at $1,250, and they have over 105 reviews, 5-star. Right here, this one starts at 80, and they have over 1,000 reviews. And as you can see, you'll see some of these names come up over and over again because each creator, each freelancer may have multiple gigs. So, depending on what they offer. So again, there's a ton of possibilities as far as, depending on your price range, depending on your needs. And across the top, you can filter it. Because right now, if you look, there's over 1,700 results, and that can take a lot of time. So, you can go in here and, you can narrow it down by genre. You can narrow it down by, what type of seller, a new seller, level 1, level 2, top rated seller. Obviously, the more you move up, probably the chances are that they're going to be more expensive. Filter on your budget. All right. So go in here and you can tell them what your budget is. Okay. You can do a custom budget up to a certain amount. Your delivery time, depending on how quickly you need it done. You can filter on that. And again, that will help reduce the number of options for you to have to choose through. I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you one of these. I'm not going to click on an ad, but I'm just going to click on this one just so you can see what a Fiverr gig looks like. Inside here, they've got, their picture. This is their gig. Typically there are 3 options. What they're called may change, but this is basic, standard, and premium. It'll tell you, what they offer, like this, any short story for younger ages, 500 words. Okay. The delivery time, how many revisions you're allowed to have. Again, this is for many of the gigs, you don't have to just expect, it has to be perfect the first time. You should be allowed to do revisions. So I always suggest keeping track of that and making sure that it doesn't say 0 revisions. Even if they do it perfect, you want to have that little bit of flexibility in case you have something that you want changed. And then again, it gives you the timeline, and then the standard, it's a little bit more, up to 1,000 words. The delivery time might change. Obviously the price is going to change. So that's just this one particular gig. If you hover over here, usually there's images. This one only has the one, but a lot of times you can go through and it will allow you to go through some examples of projects they've actually worked on. Here's some reviews people have said. This tells you a little bit about the gig, and like I said, a little bit more information about the actual freelancer. Now, before you pick anybody to freelance, I always suggest you click on Contact Me, and that will bring up a messenger system within Fiverr, and you can tell them about what you need done, and so you make sure that what you're looking for is what they actually can do, what your timeline is, all that other good stuff. Again, this is just one example. Okay, so here we are again on that main, what I call Fiverr store, the author store. And I'm going to go through a little bit faster now because you kind of got a feel for what a freelancer gig looks like. So right there, we've got the ghostwriting. So write your book, edit and polish your book. So content editing, proofreading. Maybe you need a beta reader. So again, these are gigs that they offer, and there's different. Some people have gigs in multiple ones of these categories, because obviously if they're really fluent in the self-publishing and the author community, that maybe they can do ghostwriting and editing and some of these other things as well. So don't be surprised if you see the same person show up on some of them. But the good thing is because of that, it means you can get somebody who's really familiar with your product, with your book. So again, I'm just going to click on the editing. So here's book editing, over 5,900 results here. So you probably want to filter that down, maybe filter it by country. Again, the other options that I had there, but yeah, so you can see briefly what some of the prices. I mean, as low as $10, and that's for a top rated person. $15. So again, it also depends on the gig. This one's $5, and they're top rated. This person has a 5-star average with 580 reviews. So it's not like it's somebody who just started out. So yeah, there's so many different possibilities. Book editing for kids, over 1,000 reviews. And you may wonder, what other things could they possibly have gigs for? Well, bringing your book to life, doing a cover design. I will tell you, one of my main cover designers, and I talk about her quite frequently, it's Olivia Pro Design. I use her on everything from puzzle book covers to children's book covers to nonfiction and fiction. She just does amazing work. She's very inexpensive. The last time I did it, I got an audiobook cover, ebook cover, and paperback cover for like $30 for all three. So we've got cover design, book layout. Maybe one of the things that people don't like is they don't like having to format the book. And especially if you're going to be putting out on different platforms, maybe we can have it on KDP, you're going to have it on Lulu, you're going to have it on Ingram Spark or whatever. So you might not want to have to format it for all these different platforms, or you may not want to have to format the ebook and then the paperback. So again, you can go to these book layout designers and see what they have to offer. Book blur. You have somebody that can write the either the book description for you, or maybe the back of the book blurb. Those are actually two different things. A lot of times I've seen people put their back of the book blurb as their book description. No, should not do that. Your book description is your selling page. And so it should be treated differently than what's on the back of your book. Illustrations, especially if you're doing children's books. But maybe if you're doing things like puzzle books or coloring books, finding a good illustrator can be as easy as just one click away. Just clicking in here, and I'm going to click on it real quick and see over 2,100 results. And this person draws line art and sketch anime style. Again, all these different possibilities, and the prices are everything from $5 on up. And just because it says from $5 doesn't mean that the quality is any less, because again, most likely they're going to be offering multiple gigs, multiple variants within that particular gig. And so maybe it's the number of pages, maybe whether it's colored or just just a line drawing, whatever. So again, so much potential within the illustrations tab. Okay. So then the next thing is promoting your book. The number of authors that have told me, and book creators that are like, I love creating the book. I don't even mind formatting or putting, I just don't want to do the promotion. I don't want to do any of that other stuff. And so book trailers, book marketing, email marketing, book proposals. Again, these are separate. It's not like this is just one gig. Like inside this one area, are hundreds or thousands of gigs for you to choose from. And here we go. This is again, with the formatting your book a little bit differently, but converting it to an ebook, audiobook voiceovers. So maybe you don't want to do a royalty share like they have on with ACX. And so you want to do something a little bit different. And you want to pay outright, but maybe you don't want to pay the hundreds of thousands of dollars that other people are offering, other sites. So you can check out the audiobook voiceovers here on Fiverr. And then audiobook editing. Maybe you wanted to do the voice yourself. Maybe it's a nonfiction book. And many times they say that with nonfiction, it's best to have the author's voice because they're the most familiar with the content. But you don't want to do the editing. You don't want to do you don't want to have to make sure that it's all, sounds perfect for ACX or for Audible or whatever. Again, they have audiobook editing professionals here on Fiverr. And so again, those are just some brief overview of the different things that you can have, different gigs that you can have done specific to you as an author. Again, if kwheelerbooks.com/Fiverr Store will bring you to this particular, what I call author store on Fiverr. Now, if you just go over and you can click on the Fiverr logo, and that'll bring you to the main Fiverr page where you can see everything. You can see everything that they have to offer. You can see some of the people that I've hired in the past. Milo, shout out to Milo. He's actually my video editor, and I've been using him from Fiverr for 2 or 3 years now. And so if you like the work that Milo's doing, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Maybe a little shout out to Milo. As you can see, I've been using Fiverr for years. I absolutely love the flexibility and the fact that even someone on a really tight budget can still find great quality freelancers here on Fiverr. So now that was just a brief overview of what Fiverr has to offer to help authors make money self-publishing books and publish more books faster. But I know that budgets can be a huge hurdle when it comes to hiring a freelancer. So like I mentioned before, I reached out to our friends at Fiverr, and we're going to be giving away $500 worth of credits that you can use to hire your next or maybe even your first freelancer on Fiverr. Now, instead of having just one big winner, we wanted to spread the love a little bit. So we're going to be picking 3 lucky winners. We'll be giving away $100, $150, and $250 credits that will be automatically added to your Fiverr credits account. Now you can use this money to hire your next cover designer, ghostwriter, researcher, website designer, whatever you want. In fact, you can even use it for gigs not related to self-publishing books. It's completely up to you what kind of gigs you want to get using those credits. So if you're excited for this, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm know to share this with more people. Also, if you're new around here, my name is Keith Wheeler, and my job is to do everything I can to help give you tips, tricks, and make self-publishing easier for you. Now, with that, how do you enter to win this credits, right? All you have to do to enter your chance to win one of these 3 prizes is to do 2 things. 1, you have to sign up for your free Fiverr account. I mean, after all, if you win, we need to know what account to put the credits on. And again, you can just go to kwheelerbooks.com/Fiverr Store and sign up that way. And number 2, let me know down in the comments below at least one thing you would hire a Fiverr freelancer to do for you. That's it. That's all you got to do. You have from today, December 20th, until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on December 31st. That's right. You got till the end of the year. And then I'll be pulling 3 lucky winners, and I will share those winners' names in a video on January 3rd. Just to be clear, I will not contact you via email. I will not post the winners down in the comments, as there are some scammers that pose as content creators, and they do that. So they'll make you think that they're me, and they'll make you think that you won. No, I will say and show your name on screen in a video so you know it's me and you know it's legit. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notifications so you get alerted when I post that video. Now, I just briefly showed some of the gigs that you can have done on Fiverr for self-publishing books, but I've actually done entire videos like this one right here, where I actually hire a freelancer and share with you my results. So check that video out. I've even used Fiverr for some last-minute Christmas gift ideas that I did for my buddy Dale L. Roberts. You can check that video out right there. So I'll catch you inside one of these videos, and remember to write right.